All right, all right, all right, all right, honeys. It's another glorious Wednesday, darlings. I'm hoping you have all of your crumpets together, baby, because you know what time it is. It's time to dish tea, and you're dishing tea, darlings. Ha ha! With Big Meats. Hey, babies, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I'm sorry for that little brief little pause, honey. I had another song that was in the queue that was supposed to have started automatically, and I had walked away from the computer thinking that everything had started, and to my dismay, I'm like, oh, I got blank space, dead air. So do forgive, honey, do forgive, do forgive. You know, I'm full disclosure is the tea, honey, so ain't nothing shady over here. It's just that, hell, the damn thing fucked up, and I wasn't here to catch it. Ha! So... So having said all that, honey, I feel glorious. I feel wonderful. I feel grand, glorious, and all of those particular things, honey. I'm just an original G, okay? Grand and glorious and great. There we go. So we're getting together, honey. I went to go get my hands and my feet done yesterday. I'm telling you, if you're in the Atlanta area, down here on Old National near Flat Shows, right there where the Kroger is, there's VIP Nails right there. I've got to shout this girl out because this girl worked on these feet, and I must say that since I've just started getting pedicures this year for my birthday, for the very first time ever in my life, and by far, this girl has worked on these feet and made them feel like human again, and they're not hooves or nothing like that. Miss Stephanie over there at VIP Nails, baby, that is for you, honey. If y'all going over there, go get Stephanie to do it, baby. That girl there, baby, I was ready to come home and go to sleep. She had just did these feet so perfectly. So, having said all that, y'all see where I'm floating and where I am on today. Plus, with my show today, honey, this is going to be a very, 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 very provocative show, honey. My guest today is going to be that way, so let me say this now. Anyone who is listening by computer or if you're listening by telephone, today's show is simply sex, point blank. Okay? It is a very explicit show, very, very, very explicit show, and I want you guys to understand and to know that. So, my disclaimer today is dishing tea with Big Meats, honey, is not for children or not for anyone who cannot handle today's subject matters. Today's show is strictly an adult show. Strictly, strictly, strictly an adult show. So, I'm going to say this again. Dishing tea with Big Meats, honey. This show is for mature audiences, and the language and or subject matters are not appropriate for children or anyone who is not mature enough to handle the subject matter. So your listening discretion is advised. I'm going to probably say that many times today because somebody may just be coming in or checking it out or whatever. But through all of my advertisements, I'll let you know this is going to be a sexual show. So if you have children anywhere, this is not the show. If you got sensitive ears, this is not the show. Mama, I love you, but I don't need you to hear me. You know what I do, but I don't need you to hear me. So this is not the show for you. Auntie, if you on the line, this ain't the show for you and your Christian ears, girl. Go ahead on. I love you. You can hang up now, and we'll catch you on the next time. But today's show is purely going to be talking about sex, and I'm going to be very explicit. I'm not holding back. I'm going to get into my business, and this, that, and the other, so this is not the show. So I'm telling you bitches now, because y'all know already I have a potty mouth. I make no excuses for it. I'm 42 years old, and I've earned every four-letter word that come out of my mouth. I've earned it. So govern yourselves accordingly and listen responsibly, okay? If you're at work, then put on your headphone sets or at least turn the dial down to a respectful level because, you know, sexual harassment does not mean that you're absolutely talking to someone directly these days. It also means that if somebody come by and overhear your conversation and they don't like it, they can go and report you. So put your headphones on or whatever the case may be because I'm telling you, you bitches are not going to be sending me emails or letters and carrying on talking about what happened on your job because you are not responsible. So having said all that, please note, today's show is for adults only. It's a very explicit, mature show, okay? Now, having said all that, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, show ideas, topics, or whatever, I encourage you to please email me at bigmeech@dishingtea.com. That's bigmeech, BIGMEACH, @dishingtea.com, or just simply go to the website, www.dishingtea.com, and there you can find information. You can contact me there. You can find more about the show, all of the links to the Facebook pages and carrying on that we have, links to our sponsors and those who help me do what I do. And also you can order your copy of my book, Awakenings, Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey, there at the website. So once again, please visit the site, honey, www.dishingtea.com. Thankfully, honey, we're over 1,000 hits. Ha-ha, in such a short time. So I'm very gracious to you. So thank you all for your love and your support. Let's continue on. We'll be 3 years old this year, so I would love to see us get into the 3,000 mark by our anniversary, July 1st. So, okay? So having said all that, the tea room is open. For those of you who are listening by computer, wish to log in and chat with everyone, the tea room is open. Now, in order to conversate, you have to set up a profile page, and that's free, of course, just like with any other social media, so that you can able to comment and put your questions and things over there. So I will be bouncing back and forth between here and there, okay? So, without any further ado, let me get into today's show, because my guest, I have to say that I have become a fan of this girl. I found out about her perusing and cruising through the porn. I am a porn connoisseur. I make that no secret. I'm an adult. I can do those things, right? And the freak in me allows me to be open to a lot of different things. Now, I may not participate in all the stuff that I watch or whatever, or do it in my own time, but the fascination behind it is what gets to me, whether it's good or bad, because some shit that I've seen, honey, fascinates me, but fascination, curious, but I don't believe that you're doing that kind of thing. When we get into all the nasties of the nasties, and y'all know what I'm talking about, okay? When folks sit up there with dogs and shit and all that old craziness that we don't understand. And sometimes you get mesmerized by it because you actually don't believe that it's going on. But my sister today, and she done became a sister friend already in such a short time. She's always, how Wendy Williams say, a friend in my head. Since I have encountered her work, she has been, I'd always say, just my sister because of how she handles her business, okay? And I stress that. She handles her business, okay? On today's show, I call today's show, honey, we are a stroll down Madison Avenue, a conversation with TS Madison, okay? Here, this show is going to open your eyes and see the world with a new sense of purpose. This show is going to introduce to some and present to others the makings of a real woman, and REEL as in film, a trans woman who is the best in the business of adult entertainment. The lady, Miss T.S. Madison, is joining us for crumpets as she dishes tea on the ins and outs of developing her own film empire and building her success in the realms of the sex industry. We'll be up close and personal and delve into her life and learn all about the lady better known as the Big Dick Bitch. So, without any further ado, I want to present to some and introduce to others, honey, this is the one and only. This is the lady, Madison Chanel. Hello there, my darling.
Praise the Lord. How you doing, Big
Well,
Me?
praise the Lord. Praises, praises. Girl, what?
Girl, they say you Big Me, Larry Hoover.
Okay, because I am Big Me. Okay, see, Rick Ross thinks he is, honey. I am Big Me. Get it?
You are Big Me.
Okay.
Big Meech, bless your heart. Big Meech, bless your heart, baby. How you doing today?
Honey, I am everything, and everything is me. How about you?
Well, I'm doing fine. I would like to first start off by saying thank you so much for having me on your show, because there's nothing like dishing tea with Big Meech. And I also like to thank everyone out there for listening and people who find me interesting, and even for those people that don't find me interesting, thank you for listening, because I guarantee you're going to learn a little something today.
Okay, okay, a little something. There's a little
Ain't that
something.
something?
Okay, ain't it? Now, before we get into questions and answers and all of that, I got to shout out someone who I think is new to Dishing Tea with Big Meech, because if she calls in, I got to find out who she is, because, hell, she done went to the website and, baby, she should have been my co-host for the day, okay? Because this girl has lit me up with it's 8 questions. I thought it was just 7. But she done lit me up with all kinds of shit. This girl is a fan of yours, Miss Ma'am. And I got to shout her out before we get anything started, because a lot of the questions that she have, I have as well, that we're going to get into. But I promised, and I sent her a return email saying that I'm going to make sure that, some of the ones that I think are very pressing that didn't come to my mind that she has here, I'm going to ask, because this child just sent me the interview, basically. She, this child child, I'm telling you, I'm like, really? Well, really? Okay. She goes by Bama Fish or Bama Fish. I'm not exactly sure how we're pronouncing it. Either you're from Alabama or you are an Obama girl, honey. And I'm taking it with you saying that you are Obama Fish, that you're trans as well, and that you're very passable and things of that nature. Or you just, a butch queen, honey, who walks the ball, honey, and gives great face. However it is, honey, I'm going to thank you and shout you out because of what you sent here, girl. Yes. Okay.
Oh,
and we're going to, I'm going to get into that. And for your enthusiasm with this show, honey, I'm going to gift you an autographed copy of my book. So if you're listening, and I know you are, go back and send me your contact information, honey, so that I can mail you a copy of my book, honey, because, yes, girl, you did this thing here, and I ain't mad at you. But this just shows the love that you have out here in the community, honey, for what you have done. So let's get started there, and let's start this whole thing with the beginnings. Where and who? Where does Madison come from, and who is Madison, the Big Jig Bitch?
Oh, is that the first question, or do you want me to start there before you start asking?
No, child, take it. You can take it however you want to take it. Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Well, I want to say first that I commend you for writing a book, because, like, right now, I'm going to be starting the process of writing a tablet, and the name of my book is going to be. That's a secret.
Okay.
But right now, I'm really, putting all my little things together. What's been going on in my life, or where I've started from. So I'll just give you a little bit now. Like in the beginning, there was a little boy named Timothy.
Okay.
Well, I just want to say I started out. I'm from a Christian home. I'm from a very strong Southern Baptist family.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to find this crazy when I say this, because people don't believe that we as homosexuals have any type of spiritual connection with anything, or believe in some form of a higher power. They think that we're just degenerates and stuff like that. But I actually, at 7 years old, I was baptized, and I gave my life to Christ at 7 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I brought my mother to she turned her life over to Christ. I was 7 years old, child. I'm 35 now. I'm 35 years old now. So I was 7 years old. So that's what 2 years ago. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
No, but and from then on, like, everything in my life has been a spiritual turmoil, like trying to, struggle with who you are as a person, and I never was molested, so I never was touched. I just had a close connection to the women in my family, my mother and my aunt, who God called home just recently,
Mm-hmm.
And it started there. And I think that the whole transformation from Timothy to Chanel to who I am today came from, you know, the admiration that I had from those two women. Like, those two women were the mother and the father figure there in my life. And we were Christians, but child, you know, when you in the church, honey, and anybody with any type of church background know that when you in the church, they try to keep you away from doing all this kind of stuff, and you long to do it.
Exactly.
Like, it's like a child putting his hand on a table that's filled with whatnots, and he just see all this stuff that he's not supposed to touch, and you know he wants to do it anyway. You know?
Right.
Anyway, I'm going to fast forward a little from that and get to when I was about 13. I was about 13 years old. I started watching a lot of stuff on TV, and you know, I really longed to you know, you want to feel the touch of a person. You want to have an experience with a person. You know, and I used to look at the men on TV, girl, and be hungry for them. Child, you know Big Me's, child. You know, you 42, child. You was doing this before.
Okay, exactly. You know, I'm right there with you, honey.
You know, and I was looking at this stuff, and then you're adolescent, and you're going through middle school, and then it's high school, and then in high school you see all these boys, and you know, and in the back of your mind you got the people from the church telling you, the Bible says this, the Bible say that, the Bible say you ain't man ain't supposed to sleep with men, but you know you don't have any type of desire for a chick. Like I've never had a sexual desire for a woman. I've never been, you know, because I think it's because I've had so much admiration for the two strong women in my life.
Okay.
And the girl, honey, I mean, then I had an experience. It was a man. He had a little dick.
Okay.
So I had to have another experience with a man.
To make sure you understood.
He had a big dick. So I knew then. I was like, child, I got to have me a man. I got to have me a man. And then I'm going to fast forward, honey, to the 17, 18. It was like I saw some transsexuals, some girls that were, you know, they were in the process of becoming transsexuals and stuff like that. And they looked like hoes to me, but I knew they weren't women. And I was like, I was just fascinated by it. And I had this Bible teaching mama, you know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You ain't finna be going on. You better be in this house by 12 o'clock. And you know, child. You know, girl.
Right.
It was just like keeping me away from that. So I got to sneak all out the window. I got to go all out the window and shit and do all this stuff. And I got to get away. And I was exposed early to a lot of things. I was able to see a lot of stuff. And for me being exposed to that, you know, it was just like the kid with his hand at the table with a lot of whatnot. I actually reached out and I started touching these things, and I became a rebellious child. And, you know, just to say the least, I had my own apartment. By the time I was 18 years old, I had to get out of there because I needed to have those experiences with the big men again. You know, I had to have this experience, and then I'm hanging around these girls that are these boys that are girls that are not girls, you know what I'm saying? And then I just fell into the whole drag thing, and I wasn't a drag queen long before hormone pills came, and then after hormone pills it was silicone, and after silicone, honey, it was surgery, and then here we go today.
Okay.
But that's the beginning. Fast forward all the way to somewhat to a question. So do we have any questions?
Any questions? Okay. Well, then let's go here, because now that you have tasted the fruit, if you will, of what it is to come into your authenticity, what was it? Well, no, let me go here first. During your transitioning and being around the girls, were you a showgirl at one point? You know, up to make a couple of coins, or were you able to manage having mainstream employment or whatever, or did you have to work the stroll like a lot of the girls have to do?
Well, it was a combination of all of that. I started out as a corporate America girl, you know, because I happen to be a very intelligent individual, honey, and I've worked from AT&T to group home therapy to track home wireless. I've worked at some of the most craziest places, and I had to be Tim during the day and Chanel at night, you know. And by me being on hormones and stuff like that and getting little tidbits of seal here and there, you know, I had to still wear my little boy clothes and keep my little breasts and stuff covered. I had to keep that stuff covered. So, you know, after a while, you get tired of corporate America making you be who you're not. It's like they try to weigh this brick on your back telling you it's either you're going to be Tim or you're going to be Chanel. What you going to do? You can't be them both. You can't be them, and you definitely can't be Chanel at work because, sweetie, you're going to cause confusion. And I lived in Miami.
Okay.
I'm from Miami. Miami has a different intake on the gay. It's just I don't know. It's something in the water down there. I think it's maybe all that conch that we eat down there. Something I don't know. But they just have a different intake, and you know, it's like I was there to do a job. I was there at every job that I was at. I was there to do a job. I wasn't there for what my coworkers were looking at. I couldn't help if I came in there and I had on a dress and I had a nice physique, or my face was done, or my hair was whooped. I can't help that they can't perform their task as my coworker. You know what I'm saying? Because they're too busy looking at me. That I don't have anything to do with that. Right. And they tried to put everything on. They were worried about the bathroom, which I'm going to use. Bitch, you know I'm going to the whole bathroom. You know I'm going to the chick bathroom. You know I'm going to do that. Right. You know I'm going to go into the bathroom. I don't care if I have a sex change or not. I don't want no pussy, but I'm not going to be standing up in the men's room with a skirt on, pulling my panties way down around my ankles, standing at the urinal. Exactly. Well, I mean, I will now, but that'll only be on video, you know.
Okay, we'll get to that in a minute.
That'll only be on video now. Right? I'll be at the urinal with my panties all the way around my ankles saying, "Excuse me, do you got a light?" But, I mean, so it went from work. It went from corporate work to trying to do shows, and then I'm not a stripper. And I don't like dollars being waved in my face, baby. Give me the whole lump sum of money now. So it went from that to, baby, let me get on this back, let me get on these knees, let me dust these ankles off, let me charge my fee, let me go ahead and let you get this nut, and I make this money because my light bill is due. So it just went from one stage to the other to the next, you know. Now I want to tell you this, okay? Nothing that I have done that has gotten me to where I am now, I regret it. Nothing. Dig it. If I had an opportunity to redo everything all over again, there are only minor changes that I would have made. You know what I'm saying? I would have been more friendly with my mother. More friendly. I would have communicated more with her, and I would have saved a little more money. You know what I'm saying? Because I went through a lot of money during that period of time, because fast money, you know, it comes a lot and then it goes just as fast as it comes. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. But everything else, I thank the Lord for giving me all the experiences that I have in life, because it has formed, shaped, and molded me as an individual, as a great business individual that I am today. It has formed, shaped, and molded me into an example for someone else out there who is struggling, who has the same issues as me and feel like that there is no escape, who is about to begin that journey and see me and, know my beginnings to where I am now. I think I wouldn't remove nothing that happened, nothing from the love I've lost, the money I've lost, the cars I've lost, the houses I've lost, none of that stuff. It truly has shaped me as a person. I just wanted to say that.
Well, and then let me give you this, because, see, all of our experiences are there for that particular reason. It is to shape and to mold you. Everyone's journey is independently different, and that's why if you learn the lesson, when you come on this side, like you're doing now, to be on Dishing Tea with Big Meech, or to be on Tea Time with my girl Queen Dingaling, I had to shout her out, honey, because I got you here, cause,
I love Queen Dingaling. I love her.
Okay.
I want to do some work with her, actually. I'm gonna holler at her when we get through.
Okay. And, when you're here and you're able to still tell your story and to still show us that you've overcame and that you're overcoming, okay,
right.
then it shows that, it shows
still being molded.
Exactly, and it also shows that you have persevered, and it shows that your life is not for you, because your stories and all that you've gone through is to help someone else and the next person, and that leads me to my next question, because let me fast forward a little bit. I want to go to this question. Having said all that, as someone who is of the trans population, do you see yourself as a role model for a lot of the young girls or the new girls now? Because I will say this, I strongly love you because you're a big girl. Okay,
right.
You're a big girl who is a transgender entrepreneur that we don't hear. We don't hear that a lot as far as the trans community is concerned, where the girls go out there and they create their own businesses and this, that, and the third. And also, your spirit has always been, everything that I've seen you in, and when I hear you speak or whatever, I hear you have the utmost respect for yourself, and you don't impose yourself on anyone. And at the same time, you command the respect, not demand. And that's something that a lot of the trans girls don't necessarily do. So do you feel that you have become or are a role model for other trans women and trans men? Or how do you see yourself?
Well, I mean, role model. Role model is a very strong term.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, people look at what I do as they look at the gay people. They look at us as degenerate. Like, they possibly could say, oh, because she could be doing something else. She could be a nurse. She could be a teacher. She could be a doctor. She could be doing this and the other. What I do is a business. So I would say that I see myself as a business role model. Like, you don't necessarily have to get up and be a porn star and then go from being a porn star to a business owner. You can be a hairdresser. You can be a seamstress. You can be a book writer. You can be anything as long as you set your mind to do it and not allow society or the transgressions that you've been through in your life to diminish your dream. Then yes, I would consider myself a role model as far as a business role model, and taking my lemons and making lemonade. You understand what I'm saying? So I see myself as that, and I do try to lead by example. Like, I don't want all the girls out there to be whores, prostitutes, porn stars, or whatever it is. But if you happen to have to do that, do what you need to do Do not let yourself get trapped into it without making it a business. Okay, 'cause my mama told me, whatever you be the best at what you're going to be. Be the best.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? No, Meech. I'm not sitting up here telling you that I'm extremely proud that I had to walk the street. Those were the worst years of my life, walking the street. But I needed to do that for the shaping and the molding of me. I needed to do that because what those streets taught me was that no matter how professional you are, no matter how many bachelor's degree, PhD degrees, law degrees, whatever degrees you got, the world is based on one principle, and that principle is survival.
That's it. You better say that.
That's it.
No, you better
That's
say
the
that
only
right
principle
there.
that it's based off. You can be the most articulate individual in the world, but if you're not an articulate individual with some form of an income, you're just an articulate individual. You ain't doing nothing.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
You can be the most beautiful drag queen transsexual alive. But if you are not capitalizing off of your beauty or your brain, you are just the most beautiful transsexual or drag queen alive. That's it.
Well, how
you're not
about
doing
that?
anything. And
you know what?
Girl,
wait a minute. You just dropped something that just had I'm sitting over here, I'm tingling right now because I was going to save this for later when we get all off into you creating the empire that you have. But one of the things that I think, and I might get in trouble for this, so all of you traditional Christians, I don't give a damn. Okay. But here's something. Because traditional Christianity teaches that Jesus taught the parable of the gifts, and if the one had the 10 gifts and went out and multiplied them, the one had the 5 went out and multiplied them, the one had the gifts and buried them,
buried in the ground,
buried them and did nothing with them. So when it was all said and done, those gifts were stripped and given to the other folks. Right. Now, it was never said what the gifts were.
Right.
It was never said that. It just said that we had gifts, they had gifts, and they went out and multiplied them. So here, what you just laid out, how you just said all that, if you're not doing anything with it, if you find yourself there, okay, fine. But if you're not doing anything with it to multiply so that you can sustain yourself, then it's all done in vain. And that, girl, you don't even know what you just did right there, because that there,
But it's the truth. It's the truth. And I'm going to tell you why I said that.
Gospel.
But let me tell you why I said that. Because, somebody's going to come and say, role model. Girl, please, that bitch suck dick and get fucked. And, oh, my gosh, she's nasty. This and blah, 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 blah. Role model. Yes, bitch, role model. You know why? Because there are people that are doing the exact thing that I'm doing and are still looking for a car, still looking for a home, still looking to care of them. You understand what I'm saying? They're doing all these things, and it's not doing anything for them. You said we are all given gifts. Shit, when we don't know what they are, I have the gift of vision. And you know something? I wear contacts. I used to wear glasses as a child, but I wear contacts. And I think that my physical gift, my physical sight, has always been impaired because I have so much spiritual vision.
Get it?
Like, God knows that I can sit at my desk, and I'm sure you've watched some of the craziest shit that I put on my website.
Mm-hmm.
I can envision the stuff that I'm doing 2, 3, or 4 days before, or even a week before, and be like, this is going to be a hit. This is going to be a hit. I swear I can. There has been so many things that I have spoken into existence. Like I said, when I turn 30 years old, I'm going to buy a house. I'm going to buy a Benz. I'm going to buy an Infiniti. I'm going to have this amount of money in the bank. Everything that I have ever spoken, and I could call my mother on the phone right now, and my mother tells everybody, she says, I have to give my child, I have to bow back from my child and say, I admire my own child, because when I left Miami Beach, I left Miami with a suitcase I had lost everything. Everything. I left Miami with a suitcase and maybe a wig. You hear me? I lost everything because I was trying to gain a nigga. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
A lot of us girls wrap ourselves up into the wrong things. Some of us are wrapped up into the wrong. Our priorities are incorrect. Okay. I was messing with a garbage can bum fuck nigga that was, no matter if I was more pretty, if I had a bigger ass, if I had bigger titties, if I had a bigger dick, if I looked more real, he was gonna do what he was gonna do anyway. Okay. And I was trying to get more booty. Like I want my booty bigger. I want to get more silicone, because if my ass is bigger, maybe he'll stay. I end up getting sick behind it, and I had to go in the hospital, and you know, I lost my house, I lost my car, I lost everything because I was trying to gain nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
When I look back over it, this person was absolutely nothing, and it took a year out of my life. I laid on the bed in my aunt's room, and I was depressed. I was miserable. I was fucked up. And I promised myself, I said, bitch, when the scab comes across the side of these little things from where they had to cut the seal out and all this stuff, when the scab comes across that shit, I'm going to get up from here and I'm never turning back. And just to show us my name is what it is, honey. That's exactly what happened. And I came here to Atlanta with one suitcase and maybe two wigs. I think it was 2 wigs. Maybe. I maybe had a day hair and a night hair. I'm not sure. And I never walked the streets of Atlanta. Never. I've never put my feet, because when I left Miami, all things that were old stayed old.
All right.
I didn't come here walking the streets. I didn't come here running behind no raggedy ass motherfucking nigga. My priorities and goals were completely different.
Dig it.
Completely. And everything that I said out of my mouth, I did it. Everything.
Okay.
So role model, yes. Because if a girl's standing out there saying that I'm not going to be a prostitute for the rest of my life, I'm not going to be a porn star for the rest of my life, I'm not going to be working on this job for the rest of my life, bitch, remember, this too shall pass.
Okay.
But you have to speak it. And when you speak it, you got to walk in it.
Well, how about that? Okay. No, you know what? That's the perfect place. Let me take a pause right here, do a little commercial break, and when we come back on the other side of these commercials, let's get into the nasty talk. I know that's what everybody's waiting on. They want to know how big your dick is. They want to know how you do this, how you topping, why you doing all this in these videos and carrying on, what your personal life is like, how you separate this from that. They want to get into the nasty and into your business, girl. So let's take a commercial break.
Can we talk about the community when we come back?
Baby, I'm going to talk about whatever you want to talk about. This is about you.
I got to address the community.
Yeah.
For them hating ass bitches that be motherfucking scrutinizing me, and you a gay too. I don't give a damn if you a lesbian gay. I don't give a fuck if you a trans gay. Whatever the hell, you gay too, bitch.
See, okay, so we for the dish of tea. On the flip side of this, we'll be right back in just a few moments.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey. Are you looking for that special place to take someone for a good down-home southern meal and some live entertainment? Well, have I got the place for you. Right here in the underground Atlanta, we have the Georgia Peach Restaurant and Lounge. Enjoy southern hospitality and southern fusion cuisine. This is the perfect place to dine and mingle while experiencing a home-like atmosphere. Stop by and enjoy invigorating jazz and blues music with live entertainment on the weekends. We're open Monday through Saturdays. Lunch is served from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. Dinner served from 5 p.m. until 10 p.m. Appetizers from 10 p.m. until close. Sunday brunch, 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. If you are a government employee, military personnel, or airline employee, you will enjoy a 10% discount on all of your dine-in food. Located in the underground Atlanta, right there at Kenny's Alley in the heart of Atlanta, you have the Georgia Peach Restaurant and Lounge. For more information, contact them at 404-348-4300. That's 404-348-4300. Or go online and look them up at www.dinegapeach.com. That's www.dinegapeach.com. The Georgia Peach Restaurant and Lounge. Southern hospitality and Southern fusion cuisine. The Big Brothers Network. Yeah, men of color, men of size. The Big Brothers Network was created to celebrate the larger man of color and those who admire him. We intend to promote a positive self-image within our community and the mainstream population. Our goal is to embrace our differences, to inspire self-love, and increase camaraderie through positive, brotherly interactions. We intend to accomplish these goals through the BBN magazine, local and national events, and networking forums. For more information or to catch the latest copy of the BBN magazine, please go to www.bigbrothersnetwork.com. That's www.bigbrothersnetwork.com. The Big Brothers Network. Men of color, men of size. Hey there, T-Sippers. We're giving it to you the way it's given to us. Fabulously and fierce and never shady or cynical. You're dishing tea with Big Meech right here on the Blog Talk Radio Network.
And we are back. Ha-ha! You're dishing tea with Big Meech. I love that little promo. Okay. So now, if you're just tuning in, honey, today we are talking with the best in the business, honey. She is simply known as TS MADISON, a.k.a. the Big Dick Bitch. Creator, CEO, and producer of Raw Dog Entertainment. She is, honey, she's just my sister. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, honey, I encourage you to join in on the conversation at 347-205-9183. That's 347-205-9183. Press the number 1. That lets me know that you have something to say, and I will get to you in a few moments. I have two people from the 813-5474 and 813-454. I'm coming to you in a few moments, honey. I see you got your hands up. We'll talk to you in just a few moments, okay? So now let's get into the getting into.
Okay.
Now, okay, girl, what was your catalyst to say, okay, this is what I want to go into, and I'm going to go into the porn industry? What got you there?
Oh, you want to know what catapulted to the porn industry?
Yes, what catapulted you?
Child. Okay. I'd like to give a special shout-out to my girlfriend, T.S. Eve, www.tseve.com. Miss Eve, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be the bitch that I am today.
Ha.
Okay, well, what catapulted me into the porn community? Well, like I told you, I walked the streets. It was just, enough was enough. You know, it was just enough. And, I mean, I lost everything behind the garbage can dude. And, you know, I came to Atlanta, and I was like, whatever I did in Miami, I'm not going to do here. So I didn't, you know, whatever. Anyway, I had met T.S. Eve, like, in the year 2000. She and I had became good friends, you know, and she had already had her website going and stuff like that. And I'm going to say this, right? And please, y'all who listening, don't get mad. Sometimes you have girlfriends that that ain't doing what other people are doing.
Right.
And when you only are surrounded by them, you think that's all. That's the far as your star is gonna shine.
Exactly.
Then you meet somebody else, and they the same thing like you, and you like, oh my God, there's a woman introduced me to a whole nother world of stuff. Like my stupidity thought, you get a big booty, you get more car, you get more tricks that's gonna pull over.
Okay,
oh
right,
God.
right. Okay.
The stupid thinking that I had. When I met Eve, this lady changed my whole thought process. She was like, well, girl, are you serious? You were charging men $20 to suck dick and $40 to fuck? You were doing that? And you were walking the street doing that? She says, baby, I make money in the comfort of my own home. I was like, you can do that? You can make this amount of money and you can do that. You can. And she was like, girl, honey, and my website is that's the conduit for it. I was like, no, because all the other girls used to tell me, oh, I don't want no website child. When the man see you on the website, they ain't gonna want to spend no money with you no more. They already see your package and stuff out there, whatever, blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
When a website is if you're in that business, and I gotta say this, if you're in that business, a website is the most marketable tool for you, the product.
Mm-hmm.
Man, anyway, I got into it. Me and Miss Eve became good friends, and she sat me down on her floor because I didn't have anywhere to live. I moved here with her.
Mm-hmm.
She sat me down on her floor, and she said, girl, who are you going to be? What you going to be? How you going to do it? My answers to all her questions was, I don't know.
I don't know. Mm.
But I do know this. I want to make a lot of motherfucking money, and I'm going to set my feet out there, and I'm going to go to get, I'm not going to wait on no bitch to give me no money. I'm going to get this money.
Dig it.
And I sat there on her floor, and she said, well, come up with a name. Come up with a name, and we're going to make it happen. And I sat there, and I was like, okay, I know I'm a freak. Should I be Freaky Madison? No. I was like, no. I know I like to suck dick, so I'm going to be a dick sucker man. I said, no. The spirit sat in me and said, do not name your website after yourself because you are not going to be in it forever. This is for now. And I said, well, what I got that I can name it after? What? I said, I got a big dick, and I'm a bitch. I said, big dick bitch. And Miss Eve spun around, she looked at me, and she said, you sure, Myrtle? You sure that's what you're going to do? You sure that's the name you're going to use? I said, girl, the spirit told me, girl, so that's what it is. And we bought it. And for anybody out there, that name is trademarked. So, honey, leave it alone.
It's a trademark.
That name has, oh, my God, it just has catapulted me to everything else. Anyway, it was Big Dick Bitch, and it was the vulgarity of the name, and my persona and everything else that came behind it. It just manifested into a great product. And God knows I look at everything that I do as a product because I'm an individual, but what I do is a product. There's a
okay.
And
dig that.
That's the way I was catapulted over into the porn community. From streetwalk to internet ad to porn. And there we go.
Okay. And there we have it. Now let's go into the whole building the business. Now let's go here because see, you're trademarked as the Big Dick Bitch. Okay, let the folks know how big is it, girl.
Well, girl, the dick is 10. The dick is 10. I mean, when the trade come through, honey, and get dug up, they always be hollering, "Oh my God, that bitch bigger than this shit's so big, it's so big." But so I think it's big because I'm little. Like people think that I'm really tall, and I'm only 5'6.5".
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I'm
Okay.
always wearing heels.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a lot of body, child, and I'm fat. I'm a fat bitch. I'm still fine, though. I'm still fine. And any skinny bitch out there or small bitch out there that be saying, ugh, she's so fat, them niggas don't want to use a goddamn lie.
Okay.
My pocketbook speaks for itself. Try.
Well, how about it? Okay. Yeah. Now, let's get into here because, darling, what has me as a fan of yours is the whole idea. See, one of the things about porn, and tranny porn in particular, is that I am one who enjoys when the tranny tops.
Right.
Okay? And for me, it is just a complete thrill. And that's because, now, a lot of folks don't know this about me. And for those who are looking at me as potential dates, this may turn them off, but it's a part of me. And that is that I'm on hiatus. I don't do it down here because I don't like the scene. But as a performer and an entertainer, see, I know what it is to be in drag and to have sex in drag and carrying on and have all my makeup running in my face and shit and carrying on. Okay.
Yes, girl. Yes.
Yes. See, I'm 6'4", and I'm well over 350 pounds. Actually, I'm 100 pounds heavier than that now. But
so you giving us Latrice Royale?
Oh, my sister, exactly.
Yeah, Latrice Royale, honey.
Latrice Royale, honey. But out of the mistake clowned her and said, honey, she went from Biggie Smalls to Aretha Franklin, honey. And
you saw that.
Yeah, that was she kind of clowned her a bit, but I'm not Biggie Smalls, honey. I'm more like Heavy D, honey. I'm a handsome brother, and I prefer that. A lot of folks, think that everybody who's drag queens or whatever, that's what they do. They want to live as women and carrying on. I'm an actor, and I just needed to work. So your transition into porn, I understand because you're looking at it as a business. This here is the next progression where I know I could capitalize on this. For me. Because I couldn't find acting gigs or whatever, I was around the girls all the time because my cousin was an entertainer. And being her backstage bitch and helping her get dressed and this, that, and the other, I needed to be on stage because I was like, no, I got to get on stage. I need to do something with this energy. And so that was the next step for me. And so that's what that was. And still is, because when I had to pull Samantha out, honey, to come make the rent payment or whatever, trust truly.
Oh, so you give us Samantha. You give us
Divinity.
Samantha Stevens, yes, ma'am, and Dora's daughter.
Aha, okay. So in understanding that. See,
oh my God!
Don't get me started, girl. Don't do it because I have to go into my spiel. But anyway.
That's it.
But it's the natural progression. So understand, let's go here, because when did you realize the power of your dick and your dick size? Because I interviewed Mr. T.G. Fajon, Mr. 12.5, and he's known, he confessed, he was a professional gigolo, and at one point in time that was his life, and he found out relatively early, like in grade school, because he was one of the ones that you couldn't wear bikini trunks. You had to go wear, you had to go and get the boxer shorts for swimming trunks when you were in grade school and carrying on. And when you knew you had a big dick in the crowd, you walked better because you knew it's a man thing. So
that's a man thing. Yes, it is.
It's a man thing. So when did you understand your power, and how is it that that man thing power translates to the woman that you are today?
Okay. Well, being that I'm from a Christian home.
You worked me for that. Go, girl.
Being that I'm from a Christian home, child, we used to, do a lot of those things together as a family, and I got brothers and cousins. My aunt kids are like my brothers too, or whatever. And we had a pool in the back, and I used to swim, and they used to be like looking like, like,
right.
And I never paid any attention because I never been around other dicks, like paying other dicks no attention until I got into starting, to play with other men and things like that or whatever. And it's like every time that I played with a man, he used to always be like, God damn, baby, what's going on down there? And I was a complete bottom.
Okay.
I was a complete bottom at first because I thought it was nasty to use your piece, because if you were going to be a woman, that's what you were going to be.
You better say that. Okay, you would be a true fish. Get it.
I was being too fish. I was like, honey. And what broke me out of being too fish was the most eating it boys alive.
See.
Would get down on their knees, sucking my meat like it was. And I was like, yes. Okay, I've been missing out on all this good throat, honey, trying to play a woman.
You know what? Wait a minute. Because you hitting on something. Because that was the same thing for me. The first time I had sex in drag, I had just finished doing a show, and I'm not one who lives that way, so I'm ready to get the fuck up out this shit. My feet hurt,
Right.
and carrying on. I'm ready to let everything swing. My nuts and stuff are sweating and shit.
Right.
Right. So I'm ready to get up out of it, but this guy came up to me, and he was like, hey, baby, and, I'm still trying to be fishy. He said, hello, blah, 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 and went back. And when I tell you he wanted to take me in the bathroom in the store and gave me some of the best, most fierce head I had in my life, I was like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? How come I haven't been doing this before?
Because it was your upbringing. It was the people that you were around. It was the people that you were around, because a lot of girls don't have big dicks.
Right.
A lot of girls don't have big dicks, and they feel in their mind, they have told themselves in their mind, honey, I'm pussy.
Okay.
I'm pussy. A real woman get her pussy ate. You don't think I'm gonna get my dick up? You done lost your mind.
How about
you
it?
done lost your mind if you don't think I'm gonna get.
And if you
I'm
know,
gonna
like
get
I
this
know how
type
this shit, we just call it an elongated clit. If you gonna get
you
real
doing?
serious,
How you doing?
See
okay.
that?
But I knew the power of it. I'm gonna tell you how I knew the power of it is when I was working the streets, and I used to have repeat dates.
Mm-hmm.
And they would always pull over. It could be a bunch of hoes that was way more prettier than me, fine, all that shit.
Right.
And you see, what that little short one with the glasses, what that one there?
Okay.
What that one there? And I get in the car, I could charge them triple the price. Oh, you want to suck this dick? Oh, well, that's $100. But that's the street prices. That's a lot of money on the street. You want to suck this dick? That's $100, baby. And all the hoes would be like, oh, child, he only wants her because she got a big dick. But it wasn't. It wasn't just my big dick. It was my big dick, my personality, and the way that I know how to lay it down.
Okay, dig that. Okay, the way that you do you.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's go here. Here. Because one of the things that I've noticed in your movies is that you, as a big girl yourself, you deal with a lot of some of what I call a medium thick. Okay. They got a little meat on their bones, but they're more so the slender type. If anybody is more than 185 pounds in your movies, I'd be surprised. But okay.
Did you see the one with me and Sarge?
No, I'm coming to that because, bitch, what is this? The hit. Everybody is sitting up here going through all these changes. I have not seen the trailer, nothing yet. It was just hit on me, and I'm coming there in just a second. But what is that for you, and business-wise, and then in your personal life? Is that something that you do personally, or is that a marketing tool? Because we all know, porn being marketed, and once you hit your audience, that's something. Because as a person of size, we're still looking for big black boys in porn and carrying on so that market can capitalize. But a lot of times we say that's what we want, but we don't have a lot of big boys who want to get in front of the camera. Largely because of dick size. And because of dick size, a lot of them end up wanting to be bottoms. I say bottoms by default because they get lazy. Big boys get lazy. So what is it for you, business-wise and then personally?
Okay, for business, I enjoy being versatile. Mm-hmm. I completely enjoy being versatile for business because I have a wide audience, and some audience love me because I got a 57-inch ass, and then some people love me because I got a 10-inch dick. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't. So and then all of them love me because of my raunchy persona. So I mean,
because you are raunchy, and I love it.
Oh, you wait till you see this.
Sex has to be raunchy.
Stuff.
Sex has to be raunchy in order for it to be hot. Go on.
Yeah. So basically, for business, I'm an all around girl, except for other tranny. Let me clear my throat. Except for other trannies or women. I think the reason why I won't sleep with a woman is because, one, I'm not sexually attracted to a woman, and two, is because I was raised by two women, like my aunt and my mom. So I think that I have so much admiration for chicks that I couldn't see myself really sleeping with.
Dig it. Okay, I feel you.
And for trannies, I just, baby, it don't do it for me. You know what I'm saying? So I respect men that say that they're not into something, that it don't do it for them, because, you know, they have a preference. Everyone has a preference. And there is no amount of money that you can give some people that they'll go past their preference. There's been many times that I could have did scenes with trannies and fish. That's not my swag. You know what I'm saying?
Dig it.
I'll produce it. I'll put trannies and fish together that want to do that. I'll put that together and put my name on it. But I'm not going to do it because it's going to show in the film that that's not my forte. But now, when it comes to my personal life, okay, y'all don't get mad at me out there. I like a nigga that's a nigga.
Okay.
You can suck a little dick, as long as you make me nut. But I don't know, because, see, I know that men cheat. And if you getting fucked in your ass, I don't know what you cheating on me with.
Okay.
I don't know if you're cheating on me with a man or strap on, because it's something about. Now, come on, Meech. It's some sister about them men that like to get fucked. It's some that ass be tingling. They don't give a fuck who fuck them.
Right.
Right or wrong?
Okay. I feel you.
Come on, tell me the truth now.
I feel you.
They don't care who fuck them. I have been at my office and I have done a film with a dude. I fucked him to sleep, and he want more dick, more. Baby, all I gotta hear now is the film, is the camera people and they boys. More dick, more. When those men are dick connoisseurs, honey, I can't marry them.
Okay. And that's the woman in you.
That's the woman in me, baby.
That's the woman in you.
I can't marry him because I can't. Nigga, let me whoop fish ass. I ain't got time to be fighting fish, trade, butch squeeze, fags, and cross dressers because you get over there getting fucked. I ain't got time for that. I'm not gonna be standing up there reading a bulletin and every sex there is from the first sex to the second sex to the middle sex talking about how good your booty hole is.
Right.
I just can't. I don't got nothing. I don't have no problem with a man getting fucked. If you get fucked down, I need you. But I can't marry you.
Dig it. Okay.
You could be my husband. Both of us ain't walking down the aisle in a wedding dress. I'm sorry. That's just me now. That's just me. Big me, that's just me, baby. That's just me. I can't do it. Both of our gowns can't be white. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Shit, nah. I just can't do it.
But, I put that up in the group as far as the perception of all of that. But I do feel you as far as, most people, when we're looking at what masculinity is and what we want to have on our arms that's going to represent us, okay? And I always say represent us and affirm and confirm who we are as people. That there's a very important piece because a lot of us, we say we don't mind, we don't care what other people think, but it's the perception that gets us. And if there's anything off about this perception, then it's going to put a shadow on me. And I'm already one of these people who may not deal successfully with one thing or the other. And as far as your personal life, saying that you want a real man or a real nigga,
right.
is it's okay. I understand that because, to know I have this in my business, we got the flip-flopping girls, and that's fine if you're versatile or whatever. But for me in my personal life, I need to know that you're going to be strong, a strong man, because
right.
I'm coming to the table as a strong trans woman, which means that you got to make sure you can handle all of this. Because
that's
if
right.
I have to be the man too, then fuck you, I don't need you because I'm man enough already.
I'm man enough already. Believe
okay,
that.
And I got that, and that's I really get that. Now here, let's go here because you were talking about the film with Sarge, and I have yet to see this. Everybody's baby, they just sit up there. Oh my God, Sarge bottomed, and this, that, and the other. He ain't never bottomed, and this done became the media spectacle of the internet. And I know, I'm not sure if you were speaking of him, but I know you had to put a post up on your YouTube page regarding whoever this was, that there was a lot of lip service, and you was making sure that you let the folks know how legitimate of a business you are.
Okay, well, I'll explain that, but come on, child. This is hot. This is some hot stuff.
Okay, let's go into... and you can put all this in up under this umbrella question. How difficult was it for you to start your business and your company, and when did you go into the mindset of saying I need to run my own shit and not be just an actor on somebody else's bullshit?
Okay, when you want to run something legitimately, it's very difficult. Any bitch can get up and say, "Oh, well, I'm finna go start my own business," but when you got to go to get licensing from the county, then you got to get incorporated. Then you got to pay your fees, and you got to go to the courthouse and get there are a lot of things that you have to do depending on the area that you're in. And then you have to word things correctly because people aren't open door about porn.
Right.
We're living in the Bible Belt, honey. Georgia is a part of the Bible Belt.
That's right.
They're not open to porn like that. So you have to be able to word it correctly and still be able to do business. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So a lot of people jump up and say, "Oh, I'm incorporated. I'm licensed." No, bitch. You may be. You may be.
Okay.
But what? Not in the business that you're doing. So I'm licensed in the business that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then to get. Should I say this? Oh, this big niche child. Then to get white people to view you as an entity is also a very difficult task.
Exactly.
And I say that because a lot of black people that do this are so homemade, so elementary with it that even me as being the bitch that I am holding it down, they still group me in that. They still put you in that group because of what those people are doing. There's no thought process. I'm sure you've looked around at some of the other girls' websites.
Yes.
And stuff. There's no thought process in the scenes. There's no creativity. They don't spend any money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody's a hotel room. It's a bed sheet. It's copy Madison. If Big Bitch did it, I think I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna do this from her. I get so tired of looking at these girls trying to do me. Do yourself, and you'll be a better business person. Find what works. Find what works for you because what works for me may not work for you.
Right.
And to get the white people to look at you is hard. And you may never make it, but you keep working because you might, I've been doing this since 2004, 2005. I just got an award from the Urban X community, okay?
Yes.
And I just got an award. But the whole thing about it is I work harder than all those people. They try not to see me because I'm not letting the white man run my business.
Got it.
See, here's the thing. A lot of girls out there, I would love to pull them under my umbrella. But you know what they say? Oh, she rich. She don't need that. oh, I'm not going to help her make no money. But you let the white man come in. There's no unity as a people. And then in our subculture of being gay, trans, there is no unity. And we're going to forever not be accepted by the man because we can't accept each other. Period.
Okay, dig that.
And it's bad for business. Like, we could be so much better as business people if we unified. I'm a boss. I'm not trying to boss. I want you to make money, but I can't help that I'm a boss. So we may have to fall up under something. You may have to fall up under some leadership or guidance from me because you don't know, because I stepped down on faith before you did. You just picked up from where I left off. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, and it's difficult, Meech. It's very difficult, but it's not impossible.
Okay. So now, when you came up with your name, do other folks confuse Raw Dog Entertainment with Breeded Raw and all those other ones? Because Breeded Raw has a Raw Dog segment of their entity. And I see that you had to spell your name differently than theirs and this, that, and the other. So what was that for you? And then coming into it, you know, when you said, okay, this is my business and now I'm branding me and I got to compete with all these other children, what was that like for you?
Well, what it was like was it was work. It was work, sister. It was work. Like, I had to come in. I had to make sure that I wasn't taking nobody else's name. You know what I'm saying? I had to make sure that I wasn't stepping on nobody's toes. And of course I'm going to look around to see what everybody else is doing. And I had to make sure when I'm looking around to see what everybody else is doing, I don't copy them. That I be my own me. And with Raw Dog Entertainment, I had to spell it with 2 G's.
Right.
I had to do these things because, you know, I didn't want to, like I said, dance on anybody's floor, step on nobody's toes. And, you know, I just had to make sure that it was professional and it was perfect. For me. That's what I had to make sure it was, and I'm still doing that. I'm still trademarking, and I'm still, you know, making sure that everything runs smooth. What's up, baby? That's that stupid ass boy that I film with. Child, this boy that I filmed with the other day just keep calling and calling and calling. He wants some more of this wood, girl. I'm like, hold up.
But you know what? Let's go right there then. How is it that those who have come into your roster, you know, remain professional people versus, you know how we get when folks get emotionally attached to sex, which is what I think is an underlined dismal day in porn, or something that we have to contend with, because a lot of folks become emotionally attached to sex, especially if you got a hot scene. If that scene is hot enough to where I could jack to it and I come through 2 or 3, 4 times off that one scene, that's a hot scene. Okay.
Well, let me answer
that's
that
just
question.
me. What?
I'm gonna answer that. The money separates the emotion.
Hot
the money
damn.
separates the feeling. The money, and the condom. Okay.
Okay. Now since you went there, let me go here, because I said Bomber Fish I was going to start asking some of her little questions, and some of them you've already asked, because she was wondering about how you moved from Miami. You talked about that. When your family members found out you were transforming from man to woman, how did they initially react?
Girl, coming up in a Southern Baptist home, child, please. They had all kind of holy water.
Ooh.
They had all kind of prayer meetings and stuff, and tent revivals. Child, you know. It sounds like you got a lot of Southern Baptists in you, child. You know about that. My mama still having tent revival right now. She love me that.
Okay. Ooh.
For me, let me tell you about the scene though, baby. Sarge, girl, I went on my Vista where they were talking about me like a dog.
Mhm.
And I just want to tell the community, I do thank you. I thank you so much. Every time they talk bad about me, every time they put up a blog about me, every time that they scandalize and devastate my name and character, honey, I get $20 more, $20 more, $20 more, $20 more. And this is all day long. This is every minute on the hour. You understand what I'm talking about?
Well, you better.
I don't care about that stuff. I don't care about the things, the negative things that they say, because they still have a lot of learning to do. Sarge, for the record, for everyone out there that's listening, Sarge likes transsexual. Sarge does video because he is paid to do gay. He's gay for pay. He does man on man for pay. Sarge likes transsexual, and all of you shall see, because Sarge is now under the Raw Dog Entertainment umbrella.
You better. Bitch, did you just give me an exclusive?
There is about to be a new Sarge beginning. So get ready, ladies and gentlemen, honey, and all those who talked about it, get ready, because y'all about to get your teacups out, honey, and get your gossip mouths together, because y'all going to be talking about him for the rest of the year. Believe that. Only know that blog where they was laying me to a smithereens, it only fueled me and it fueled him. He and I talked about it. He called me and he says, Maddie, do you see how they talking about us like a dog? I said, baby, didn't you make your money? And I'm damn sure making mine.
Okay.
Baby, all news is good news because it make you read it.
See there. Well, how about it? I got an exclusive right here, children.
He likes trans, but he'll take the money for a man to fuck him. He likes money. That's what he likes. He says there's nothing like a woman with titties and a dick, because you know the boy like dick. He like dick, and he got some. Oh, that thing so fine.
Girl, yes, honey. Shit, they'll make me put on some hair. Okay, don't do it. Don't make me put on no hair now.
Me, they so mad with your girl. They so mad at me because I got to fuck that ass and they didn't.
Right.
They so mad at me because I got to hold that fine, sexy, chocolate, sick, beautiful man up in the comfort of my arms, honey, in the bosoms.
In your bosom.
They got mad because they couldn't do it. Child, all y'all hoes don't get mad. Reach behind you and get glad. Okay? Praise J-Ho.
Now, how about that? Goodness. Okay. Let me go here. I've had these folks hold it for a little minute, and I'm going to come here. 813-574. You've had your hand up for a nice little minute, honey. I'm going to let you ask your question. You're dishing tea with Big Meats. Hello there, darling. I'm talking to you.
Hello. Am I on the air? Am I on?
Yes, you are. Hey, baby.
I've been cooking dinner for my husband, and y'all almost had me burn up stuff laughing at y'all. Listen, okay, I'm out of breath because I was running upstairs, but I didn't want my neighbors to hear all what I got to say. And I know this is live, so thank you. I've been on hold forever. TS Madison, Michi, I love y'all. Listen, I've been following y'all for so long, but I just got to say something to Miss T.S. Madison.
Oh, Lord.
Thank you. I am 42 years old, and in 1990, I had got married to the senator's son in Kansas City, Missouri. My mother was a radio and TV announcer in Omaha, Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
So my parents shut down an Italian restaurant for my wedding. I had just got out of high school, and the guy that I was marrying was a med student and senator's son. So when I got married, I moved down to Houston. He was going to school at Houston for the medical field. And I started noticing all these guys was coming around, and they wanted to always take me shopping. And then my husband stopped having sex with me. So I didn't know what was going on. And so my drama coach had just moved to Texas and became a lawyer for Exxon. Oh, I hope I ain't telling everybody business. But anyway.
Okay, wait.
Please tell the tea. Tell the tea, girl.
So what happened was I was staying with my drama coach because he was in Galveston, Texas, apartment manager. So to make a long story short, nobody gave us furniture and gifts. They all gave us money because I was leaving from Omaha, Nebraska to come to Houston. Mm-hmm. So it was about $6,000 that these, people that came to the wedding gave.
Right.
So I'm sitting at my drama coach's house, her family and everybody glad that I'm there. And they were like, you can stay with us because I know David is that far and blah, 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 blah. So, I just said his name. But anyway, so y'all, listen. I'm being very honest. I sat there for 4 days and didn't hear from my husband at all. So come to find out, my drama coach sister woke me up that night, and she said, listen, I think something going on with your husband because the dude that y'all trying to introduce me to, he's too busy talking about your husband. So I called my mother, and like TS Madison said, if I mess y'all names up, it's much love. I'm just nervous.
We understand,
my mother is Pentecostal. I grew up Pentecostal. So the first thing she said was, honey, you go to your husband. You listen to what your husband got to say because, people might want to destroy your marriage because the boy is fine. He come from money. You come from money. So, folks, I always had haters because I was walking around in high school with a diamond on, big diamond.
Wow. Uh-huh.
So the girls all was jealous of me. And so TS Madison, listen, I'm trying to really send you this DVD because my husband said that he's going to convert the videotape into a DVD because I really want you to see this because you are doing something that a lot of women don't have this voice. But let me tell you something. I sat at that house for 5 days not knowing where my husband was at. When he came back, he called. And I said, listen, we need to talk. So I drove out to Galveston, and I told him, I said, listen, Gil keeps telling me that Jerry talking about you more than he's trying to get with Jerry. What's going on with you and Jerry? Well, we went down to Dallas because my grandmother was sick. So, y'all, to make a long story short, he took $7,000. It was $6,000, but I still had $1,000 left over in savings. And he came to the house and you want me to shut up?
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
No, we just said, okay, we're following you.
Because I know y'all live. Okay, so listen. So I wrote all the checks over. Y'all got to remember, I was only 19 years old. I wrote all the checks over to him. So for all those 5 days, everybody looking at me like, girl, where your husband? I didn't know. He done took the money and went with another man. I didn't know all this, y'all. So when I came to him to tell him, people are saying, I really need to be with you because Jerry is wanting you. So he moved me out of my drama coach house into a house that we were getting built. So come to find out, y'all, this boy done spent all the money on another man. They done partied my wedding money off, our wedding money off, and I didn't even know it. So remember, I done had this big old wedding. We done shut down an Italian restaurant, and if y'all know, Italians don't really care for black people. So if you can shut down an Italian restaurant and you got the newscast all there,
you got money.
I couldn't go back. Huh?
That means you got money if you can do that.
Exactly.
Yes, ma'am. But the thing is that all my friends was looking at me. Everybody, I was on TV. Everybody is watching this. So, y'all, how can I go back to small Omaha, Nebraska and say that I'm not married anymore? So the only thing that I could think of is, girl, you're going to have to kill yourself because you can't go back and all these people and your mother. So when I called my mom, they were like, hey, baby, how you doing? I know y'all having a good time. And da-da-da-da. I can't tell my mama, David stopped having sex with me. I couldn't tell them nothing because they were so happy that I was married. So to make a long story short, I did try to commit suicide. The police officer that came in looked at me and said, this kid don't deserve whatever she's going through. So the police officer called my mother and said, listen, I don't know if we can get her back to Nebraska, but I can afford to pay for her to get to Kansas City. So when back then, you could walk up to the line and everything. So my parents were standing there. Child, when I got off that plane, they didn't even know who I was. I had lost so much weight.
Wow.
So to make a long story short, I was just flipping through the channels. I'm married now. My husband's a senior master sergeant in the Air Force, and I do have a man. I wouldn't want to bring him around y'all because y'all might put some woozy on him and next thing you know, I'm scared of y'all. I'm scared of y'all. But
we Christians, we don't do that.
Okay, but TS Madison, I came across your video, and you started saying, listen, y'all, if y'all gonna be with a woman, be with a woman. If you want a man, be up front. And see, y'all got to remember, back in the day, there wasn't no such thing as no down low. It wasn't no such thing as Jerry Springer shows. It wasn't none of that.
That's right.
So
That's
when
right.
I had to come back, and I had to face all these people. But then when I decided to say, okay, I'm not going to go into broadcasting, I'll go into nursing. So then I got out of that and started going into firefighter. We got transferred from Omaha, Nebraska to Warner Robins, Georgia. So I started going to Macon State for Fire Academy. And all these guys that was hunks and big and strong, and the dude that was sitting next to me, I said, wait a minute, this dude don't want no women. And I keep telling him that he's fine and he need to date her and date her. So I pulled him to the side and I said, wait a minute, what's really going on with you? And so when he told me that, and he said, you know what, I used to be an organist for the church. And I used to sit on that altar, and I used to pray, and I used to be foaming at the mouth like a rock while asking the Lord to deliver me from being gay. And he said, then I finally realized I had to accept myself. He said, because all my friends was getting married to women, and the bachelor parties, honey, we were screwing each other. And then the next day, he's marrying a woman.
Wow.
It's so wrong, but the thing is that I just thank God for the men, or if y'all, I don't know what y'all call yourselves, I'm okay with it. But I'm so thankful that you, T.S. Madison, and me, I just met you because I just came online. I Facebooked Miss Madison, so she now is my Facebook friend, so I just saw that on Facebook. But the thing is that y'all take my number down. I would love to come to Georgia and have dinner with y'all because I want y'all to see this tape. This boy sang a cappella, y'all, to me at this wedding. I had 13 bridesmaids, and I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter at all. But you know what? That Negro still claims that he ain't gay. But he living with a man. They done adopted kids and everything. I just can't stand that. If you're going to be you, be you.
That's it.
That's just it. Like you said, you knew what you had to do. You marketed and what have you. You can only be good at what you love to do.
That's right.
It will show. And so thank y'all. I love y'all. But I don't like y'all calling us fish. Huh?
No, baby. When we say fish, please never ever be offended by that. Fish is not.
What does that mean?
It means fish. I don't know how. It's nothing derogatory. It's nothing negative. Fish is a form of pussy. It's just I don't know. Like listen, my aunt that God.
I feel for you. I saw that. I've been following you. Like I'm one of your disciples, baby.
But you my friend now, girl. We good. But my
yes, I gotta come up there and go shopping. I hate they closed down the Shoemaker's Warehouse. But anyway, go ahead. They did. I'm so mad about that.
I call her fish. I got her tattooed. Locket that says fish. She never was offended by that. Never. She never was because that's a term. And it's not a derogatory term, like you know how they use like now we say, well, what is the derogatory term we use towards women? Nothing.
Nothing. That's how it was.
You bitch, it's just the normal, but we call all women that, and it's not in a bad sense. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let me explain that because. It has become a term of endearment that started off out of something negative, and now this is gonna take you there because when a woman who is unclean during her cycle, that's that smell. Okay, and that's where the term comes from because that uncleanness smells like fish, and because a real or a biological woman, it can produce that. That's where the term comes from. But we have, just like the term nigger, you know, it started off as a derogatory term or whatever, but in certain elements it is now a term of endearment. That's where the term fish comes from. And it's so natural for us now because it's actually paying homage to you as a biological female. Because most gay men, particularly feminine gay men, trans women, and butch queens, we revere women and we look to them for their strength and this, that, and that. A lot of us are not sexually attracted to women, but we look to you for your strength, and you possess what I call feminine masculinity because for a lot of the time women have been able to, you know, they're single parents or whatever, and they've exuded that strongness, that this, that, and third. They could stand up to a man and still come out of it, flipping their hair, you know, batting their lips to check their lipstick on it and make sure their lashes are perfect. Okay, that's what I call the Wonder Woman and the superhero woman because, you know, that's what we love about the strength of a woman. And so a lot of us revere that. So the term fish, it started off out of something derogatory, but it has come into something that is of homage to you, to say that you are biological and you do something that can't nobody else do.
That's right, and we use that term. We use it with each other. Like if one of us looks so much like a woman, we say, "Damn, she looks like a fish."
Right.
Oh, she fishy.
Yeah. Well, I'm very fishy, but I tell you what, when I'm going into firefighter now because I'm tired of being a nurse in oncology surgery, so I really want to become a firefighter. But I tell you what, when I do go with the fire academy, I have my the best of the best lingerie on under my uniform because I'm still a girl. I'm still girly at all times. And so the guys always thought that if you wanted to be a firefighter, they thought that I was gay because the women, you know, most girls that I have come across that are firefighters, you know, they're butch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But TS Madison.
Can I add to that?
Yes.
Baby, when I stand up in a man doing one of my topping videos, I have to do it in a pair of heels. I can't do it without them.
Yeah.
I may have to take them off when it done started getting real good, but I have to do it in heels because it grounds me in my femininity.
Yes.
There we go.
I love you. She's got the prettiest cheeks. But let me tell you something. I'm a freelance for MAC Cosmetics, and I really, 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 really don't know about raw. Ma'am?
You want to paint
me? I didn't hear you. I want to beat your face up.
That's it.
Oh, I want to beat you up. Woo! You have beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bone structures. I was at MAC yesterday, and I was telling everybody that I said, I don't know if gay men really hang around girls, but my gay friends, they like to hang around me because they want me to do their makeup all the time. And the funny thing about it is I love to transfer somebody that you really don't think that can transformate into, I guess y'all call it fish.
That's
the thing. And I was just up in Atlanta, and I have a gay friend that is big with Hard Rock Cafe, and they call him T. And I would love to come up to Atlanta and invite y'all to dinner, whatever, because you said something that a lot of women are with men that are really wanting another man, but they wanting to screw you in the booty and all that, but thinking that this is a man, and you called it out. You called it out. And another question I have for you is a friend of mine got offended about what you said, but I think it's so true, about why do these men still want to dress up as a woman and have a beard and a mustache? Why are they doing that?
Oh, that whole stag drag thing. It's you know, that particular culture, when you're dealing with a lot of transgender issues. See, transgender is just the umbrella term. And it has so many different compartments. This is something I do a transgender 101 training. And I did this for the Detroit Police Department before I moved here to Atlanta.
And so you're a Midwestern.
Yes, I am, honey. I'm from Detroit, honey. Born and raised in Detroit.
I'm from Nebraska, baby. You know how we Midwest people do it.
Okay.
Well, I'm from Dade County, so I'm way at the bottom.
Hey, but I tell you what, though, I love me some Miami jewelry, honey.
Okay.
I was just down in there.
So
just down in Miami. And shout out to People Barbecue.
Okay. With that umbrella term, you know, it breaks down into many different compartments, and a lot of the children who are in stag drag, as they call it, is that kind of thing is very big on the West Coast, from what I'm learning. And there's a lot of different men who, regardless of their sexual orientation, whether they identify as gay or straight or bi or whatever, they want to express their femininity without giving up their masculinity. So without having to do all the shaving and the makeup and carrying on, they will put on a dress and some heels and this, that, and the other, and prance and parade, and still feel in touch with their feminine side, and you know, still be able to express that. Now the thing of it is that the culture, and particularly in African American culture, honey, if you coming out the door in a dress, you have to be correct, and that there is a cultural thing, because you know, one of the things that our transgender community, those who are living as women, or those who are, even if they're showgirls and just performing, you know, there's a standard that we have. Honey, you ain't right. No, honey, you're supposed to beat that face, because it's all about paying homage to the woman. You are not looking, you ain't no woman looking like a man in a dress. What is this?
Right.
When I saw TS Madison, when TS Madison said that, that's when I fell in love with her, and I've been following her, and I prayed about 3 weeks ago after I saw that you had lost your aunt, and I said, Lord, I don't know, because I'm a girl, so she probably ain't going to even want to talk to me. I said, but I got to find out, how can I get this DVD to her so she can see that I'm not lying, that this is what happened to me. And I got to tell you something, once bit, twice shy. And it is so many men that's walking around here preaching on TV. It's so many men that really want to be with a man. And and people don't understand. I went through 10 years of going, well, what's wrong with me? Now, I got the booty, I got the coochie, I got the looks, I got the titties, I got the slim waist, and he didn't want me. So I tried to commit suicide. Because this man, I graduated in 1989. I got engaged my graduation night. I got married September 1st, 1990. So all these girls were looking at me, and you know, just like you said, you're from Detroit, so you know we talk.
Right.
And we're going to make sure. And then my family owns the biggest hair salon in Omaha, Nebraska. So everybody at the salon was like, yeah, girl, she down in Houston now. And you know they getting a house built and da-da-da-da-da-da-da and da-da-da. So everybody looking at me. How can I come back with everybody pointing their fingers? But let me tell you how good God is. There was women pulling me to the side going, girl, I think my husband gay too. I think my husband gay too. And I was like, wow, I thought I was the only one. So but then everybody got quiet, because I come from a small town that they haven't accepted it like in Atlanta. All my gay friends, hello out there, that's from Omaha, Nebraska, guess what? They all live in Atlanta. Because everybody was judging. Everybody, you know, will judge because it's a small town, and you don't want everybody knowing your business. But the same thing is, it was called a cover girl, and I didn't know I was covering because he didn't want me to come back to Nebraska. He wanted me to stay in this beautiful house. He would buy me everything I wanted. He was earning my clothes. Yeah, he was doing that. And
he put you up, girl.
Yep, and I'm telling you, that was the worst thing that ever could have happened to me, because I was young, and I did not know that this was going on, that men really wanted another man, because I grew up Pentecostal, and like T.S. Madison said, you know, she's Baptist, and Pentecostal, you know, we'll rebuke devils right then and there. You know how that is.
Right.
So he was singing. Yeah, he was singing at my church and everything. Yep. So I'm not bitter.
What is your name, honey? Tell me your name.
It's Kenetta Wagner.
Yes, Miss Kenetta Wagner.
You mean like
Lindsay Wagner? Are you related to Lindsay Wagner?
Ha, the bionic woman. Okay.
Yes.
And if you ain't, honey, you need to sit up there and pull the strength from her, watch a couple of them reruns, honey. You understand, honey. Pull that strength, honey, Miss Wagner,
I
and
know that's
realize,
right.
honey, see, you're starting the healing process, and I'm going to talk to you. Let me get back with you because see, you're hitting on something that has taken the show into a whole nother turn, Madison. See what you're doing with your work, girl, because see, this is the kind of stuff that has to come out. And it's very interesting that that porn is doing it. How about that? Okay, that these particular lessons is what's coming out and coming to the forefront. Because as a heterosexual woman, to sit up there and to know that a trans woman is in your corner and has your back, and you can hear from us, trans women, gay men, that honey, it ain't fair when you're sitting up there. Going out, being in the art of deception. And I'm going back to what Madison said when she was sitting up there saying, no, I'm not in the business of deception. Everybody know what this is about. Okay?
We call it fuckery.
Fuckery.
Right.
That's it.
That's what we call it. We call it fuckery.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
that's it.
yes, Miss Canetta, that there I'm going to bring you back on another show because see, I want to encourage and have this topic come up because see, this is a story that has to be told because a lot of our women out there and our sisters, some of them have been duped, some of them are blindsided. Yes. There's a number of them who allow it to happen because they refuse to see the light.
Right.
Yes, and they're miserable.
They refuse to see it. Exactly.
And you got to see it. Honey, I got a girlfriend that's about 350 pounds now because she will not let this man go, and she keep thinking, if I try to turn him out, if I try to do this, if I try to do that. And I said, let me tell you something. What's in him will come out of him. My mother used to say, when you let a monkey climb to the top of the tree, you will see what his ass look like.
How about it? The higher he go, the more he show his ass. That's it.
Exactly.
That's an African proverb, honey. Yes, it is.
Yes. And so I'm happily married. I have a very strong man in aviation. God has been good. That was, you got to remember now, that was 20-something years ago, but it's still going on right to this day.
Exactly.
And that was your lesson. That was a lesson that you were supposed to learn.
Exactly.
Yes, like you said, everything that you done went through, I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it for a thing because I wouldn't be where I'm at today. Walking around, don't have to work. Hello. Thank you, Jesus. I'm listening to y'all, laughing at y'all, making
wearing your lingerie, cooking that man a good hot plate.
See there, and that's what it's all about.
And I love your house, TS Madison. Our house is
baby.
I love it.
Thank you.
When you just
worked
got
so
up
hard
and just started. Yes,
thank you, baby.
You started showing folks how good God is. People got to understand God loves you just as well as the drunk on the street.
See there.
I'm so sick of people pointing fingers and saying, "Oh, girl, they going to hell. You going too, but you gonna be there first because you judging."
I can't
how about that?
They gonna be so mad when the people that they looking up at the gates of heaven and they busting head wide open and the people looking at them like, "Child."
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Because people, I grew up like they said under the church. And I learned so much mess more in the church than I did when I went out into the street.
On the street, hello. There you have it.
I mean, my mother was an evangelist, my grandfather was a assistant pastor, and my grandmother was the mother of the church. And honey, we was out in the back of the church smoking weed. We was out there learning who had the biggest penis, and we was doing more mess in the church. And so that's why my grandfather used to always say, the people coming from the streets to the church. So this ain't no different than being out in the streets, because where did y'all have to come in the church? From the streets.
You weren't always saved.
Yes.
Okay.
You weren't always saved.
Yes.
Okay, exactly.
And when you said that your aunt came and visited you and all that should let every transgender, everybody that's gay, let them know that God is still in the business, because your aunt came and spoke to you and told you where she was at.
Yes, she did.
That ain't nobody but God. So if he was upset with what you're doing, why would he allow that for you to have peace?
Yeah, she did come to me. She did, and she did. She did.
That's
and that was so soothing for me. Like, I'm still hurt, Miss Canetta, but each day is a different day, and each day I feel, I don't feel she's dead because I know that she's alive somewhere. I don't
Wait a
feel
minute, your mother is still living, correct?
Yeah, my mama's still living.
You had made a comment from minutes ago when you said, I wish I could have been more nicer. If your mom is still living, baby, you still got that opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm just saying, like, if I had to go back, like, during the time when I was first coming out, me and my mom was at war with each other, and I really wish that, I would have been more nicer then. But now we still battle, but that's my mama. And
but you spoil her to death. You look like you spoil her to death.
Yes, I do, and I have a different perception about her now than I did when I was first coming out, and I definitely have a different perception about her now that my aunt is gone. You understand what I'm saying?
How's your relationship with your dad? Because you sounded like you was a little frustrated when your dad called and you was at IHOP.
Yes. Calling me, asking me. My stupid daddy said, so, if you die, you leaving all this stuff here to your mama, right? He sounded just like Ike Turner. Ike Turner told Tina Turner, if you die, bitch, I'm going to kill you. You hear me? You hear what I'm saying?
Okay.
That bitch said, if you die, you leaving this all here to your mama, ain't you? To your mama. I say, just as sure as my name is just as sure as I'm named after you, minus your last name.
I know that's right.
Because I'm gonna leave it to my mama, her sister, and that side of the people that I'm kin to. I don't play with you.
Okay.
I don't have a relationship with him. I don't hate him. He's just an individual that doesn't matter.
Right. I get you.
He did his job. His work was done because he was responsible for getting me here.
That's it.
Okay.
Michi, you are fine. You are very nice looking. I'm looking online. Michi, you nice looking.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Very nice looking. All right. But I made this prayer, and God answered my prayer that I really wanted to get in touch with TS Madison and ask her could I ever come to Atlanta and do your face, but I needed to know that are you a NW50 or you a NW45? I needed to know that because I'm on my way to.
I'm an NW45 child.
You an NW45? See, I'm good.
Yes, you are.
I really just want God to use me, and however He uses me, I really want to give back to that community because I can relate to people with the fuckery. I'm that woman that was duped. My parents spent $40,000 on that wedding, y'all. And my parents were more mad at me because of the money. They were more mad because they was like, well, we spent all this money, and my dad was the main one talking more shit. But see, God don't like ugly because he ended up dating a girl, and she turned out being gay too. Ha! See, so
girls
God don't like ugly.
Well, Miss Wagner, I am so thrilled that you were able to get your question in. And, honey, I see we have a date set up, honey. When you get here, friend me on Facebook, and we'll keep in touch. That way I have your number because it showed up on my call screen because I have to invite you back for a next show. As a matter of fact, I'll give all the details on that when we talk because, this is going to be absolute tea. I have a girlfriend of mine, Rosalind Evans, who just came to me about this very specific subject that you just talked on.
Okay.
I want to put a show together, so I've got to invite you back. So, my darling, thank you for dishing your tea with us, honey. I will put your mic down. Continue to listen, and don't burn up the damn food, girl. You got a man to cook for.
Okay. And make sure you inbox me, girl.
I'm going to, and you got my phone number because guess what, Michi? I'm on the other line, too. Don't play.
Oh,
that's me, too. So I'm a hot mess, but I love people that love to be honest. And thank you.
That's it. Okay, well, it was good talking to you,
and
I will be giving you a shout-out on my next video.
You have a good day. One tomorrow.
Okay, baby.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Love y'all. Bye-bye.
Ciao. Okay, now see that, girl? See, I wasn't even expecting that. I wasn't even expecting that because this has taken such a different turn, but the power. See, a lot of people don't understand. And see, this is where it gets deep for folks, and they can't handle this. See, your journey is your journey. You doing this particular kind of work, okay, fine. We're going to get nasty with it. Okay, you fucking, you sucking, you like come in your face or this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
This, that, and the, okay, we say yes.
Yes, and then I put together and then all of that stemmed over into my YouTube channel. It went to promotion, and then my channel turned into a conduit for information and communication, so that I can show the people that I'm more than just a video. I'm more than just a poster. I'm an individual with thoughts and opinions and with something to share. Like, okay, you're looking at these videos and this is the way I maintain, but honey, this is who I am over here.
Exactly.
And, for those of you out there that are listening that have not subscribed to my channel, please remember it's www.youtube.com/TS Madison ATL.
Okay.
That's youtube.com/TS Madison ATL. And you run all that together as one. And you can get on my YouTube channel. I will be starting to re-update my YouTube channel every day or every other day or something like that because I'm getting back into the swing of things, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And Twitter, people that have Twitter, that want to follow me on Twitter, it's twitter.com/TS Madison ATL and the number 1. That's twitter.com/TS Madison ATL 1.
TS Madison. I'm putting it in the T room. ATL 1. Okay, there we go.
I love it for Big Meech. They call me Big Meech, Larry Hoover.
Okay. That there is complete and utter T. Now let's go here because she said she was on this other line, this other A31. I was wondering what that was.
There was two of them.
Miss Wagner just stood up there and just set this off for me, honey. I'm just so that way here. Okay.
You feel that? You feel good? Well, it stemmed from something I said. I don't feel like that men. I feel like men should stop with all the buffoonery. Like, if you like what you like, do what you need to do. Stop dragging these women along with this stupid shit that you do. If you feel like that you want a sausage and 2 potato shots, do what you got to do.
Okay. Now, you know, let me go here because, again, Obama set this off, honey. This is a combination question. She said, you do a pretty good job with Bible scriptures, more so than most. Last year, you lost your friend Sessions Divine. You mentioned that on her deathbed that the women were praying that Sessions would repent, and she did eventually ask God for forgiveness before she died. Did this affect you in any way? I think you mentioned that you did not go to Sessions' funeral. Is that like the reason you did not go to the funeral because you may have felt there would be pressure for you to repent as well? Just asking.
No, I didn't. The reason I couldn't make it to Sessions' funeral is because I was leaving to go out of the country the next day, so I couldn't go to Sessions' funeral. But I sent the biggest flower that I could. And what I want to say is I thank God that she had people that fellowshipped her to the end, and that she was able to receive that redemption that she needed, because I know that she's sitting right there in heaven with my aunt right now, and they because her and my aunt was really good friends, and I know they sitting up there carrying on like, ooh, I can't wait for Puss to get here.
Okay, you know? They set you up, girl.
Yes, praise God.
Okay, and Obama's other question is, how much longer do you think you will be in the industry, or do you think you will be happy with your physical self in, say, another 20, 30 years?
Well, I think that I'm going to forever be in the industry because I've made a mark, and I plan on, making the mark, but me physically per se being right there, I don't think that I'm going to be like in front of the camera forever. I'm actually want to transition into media, like mainstream media, TV, talk show, radio, movies, whatever it is. I just want to transition into that. I mean, we as individuals can take our bad and turn them into something good. Always.
Now, with you producing films now, because I know that there's a number of girls
getting ready to get under the umbrella, yes.
umbrella and things. What is it like as a producer, and do you find it difficult to work with someone? Is it difficult to work with other trans girls, you know, or do you feel they're trying to compete with you and do what you did, you know, in order to, quote-unquote, make a name?
Well, the other girls, there are a lot of other girls out there that do whatever they do, but they ain't doing it right. They just doing it. And if you ain't making no money, how I'm making money, then that's all you doing is just doing it. You ain't doing it right.
Okay.
Okay, so it ain't no competition. I don't compete with anybody. I'm there to make the money. You feel me? But when working with other girls like myself, it can be difficult because a lot of girls don't have the same drive like you. Like, for example, and I love my niece Kennedy, but Kennedy will not turn. I want her to turn escorting loose. But that's her focus. You understand what I'm saying? Her focus is her escort. If she focused just a little bit, turn a little bit of that energy towards, you know, the Kiki Kennedy, XXX.com, you know, it would be more profitable for her. She lets little things like discourage her, like the nigga dick don't want to get hard, or you know, it just he don't want to perform and all this stuff. Okay, I'm like, well, bitch, put your ass in his face, sit on his mouth, there's other things that you can do to entertain these people. You know, you cannot let that stuff discourage you. There are many videos on my DVDs, on my website, or stuff like that have ran my pressure to the ceiling because the nigga dick was soggy.
Right.
But guess what? I sold it.
Exactly. Press pause for just a second.
It's just like a pageant.
See? Press pause for just a second because we're down to the last few seconds, and those of you listening by computer, that's going to stop streaming. If you're online, you're going to get all of this. Just join me in the archives for the parts that you missed, and I hope you got all of that. And okay, now stop streaming. We're into what I call the after show. I got a few more questions, and then I'm gonna let you get on back with your personal life because I know you're in your office, you know, preparing. Here's, you know. Finish up what you were saying, you know, as far as selling it, because as far as, you know, some folks can't perform under pressure. You know, hell, some folks may. Right, they can't.
It's just like a pageant. It's like if you got a gown and you in a race with other girls who got the sickening gown. Just for example, I'll say Jasmine Bonet. I have watched Jasmine Bonet take a stretch piece and walk a stage and made that stretch piece the most sickening stretch piece ever in comparison to other girls that have came out with sparkles and glitter and all that other shit, and she's won gown competition. Right. And she did that because she didn't let she had perseverance. You understand what I'm saying? Right. And she didn't allow that her gown didn't sparkle and stone and all that. You know, she didn't let that hinder her from going out and competing in the pageant. Right. I mean, and that goes for anything that you do. You don't want to, just because your car ain't the most sickening car, you know, for a car show don't mean, you know, you can't ride through it. That your car is any less important. Exactly. Right. Exactly. So, I mean, I just want her to focus more. This is why I'm trying to reach out to people that are hungry. I'm reaching out to individuals that are hungry for it. That's like, look, I'm tired of answering my phone for a nigga. Right. I'm tired of these niggas calling my phone, dangling money in my face like it's like I'm a motherfucking rat for cheese. I'm sick of that shit. See there. You know what I'm saying? Okay, exactly. That was the turning point for me when the motherfucker calling me. Well, how much you charge for this? Well, I ain't got but that. I can't base my money on what you want me to do. You want me to dance around a motherfucking bitch. This is how much I charge. This is how much it is. This is how much you gonna pay. And when that type of stuff, you know, comes in our community where it falls down, like where the rates fall down, where all that shit diminishes, what you got to fall back on? Exactly. You better try to fall back on them $20 they giving you, motherfucking every minute, every 10 minutes or whatever. You better try to fall back on that. Okay. You know? Now, here's a very important question. Come on, child. I'm ready. A very important one. Girl, how many fluffers you got on the set? I need me by two. You ready, Big Me? Girl, shit, I need rent to pay. Listen, I ain't no shame in my game. Girl, hell.
Ain't no shame, honey. I've never had to walk a strip. I've never had to do none of that. But, honey, a bitch needs to supplement her income.
I'm trying to get Chi to be a fluffer.
I need some luxury money in my life, honey. Please. Are you kidding?
I'm trying to get my daughter Chi to be a fluffer, child. When Chi say, Chi got a husband now. She got a husband, child. Old Spanish man, a husband.
Well, live for her, honey, but we'll talk about that later. Okay, 202. Baby, you've been popping in and out. I'm going to come let you answer your question. 202-563. 2025. You're on the air, baby. Hey.
Are you single?
Who? Me or me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I'm married to my money, baby.
Oh, okay. I'm hot, baby.
You are?
I'm Warren.
Hi, Warren.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm fine.
You sound fine.
What's going on?
Are you blessed and highly favored?
Yes, I am.
That's the best way to be, child.
Just holding on.
Oh, what you holding on to? That thing in your pants?
Oh, watch out now.
that too.
Ooh, Lord.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
So, yes, that's what this is. So, okay,
I haven't seen none of
was that your only
videos
question?
yet.
I'm sorry, go repeat that.
I said I haven't seen none of his videos yet. Where do
you
I?
have heels. Wait a minute, who is heels? Don't let my ding-a-ling make you say he. Don't make because I done laid down and stabbed the man in his backside make you say he.
Oh, come on, baby.
Baby, because I could put on skates, honey, and skate through a crowd of motherfucking men and keep and pull them all.
Oh,
that
come
means
on.
I'm a she.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Give your website, honey.
What you say, baby?
Give your website. He want to know where to find your material.
Oh, you can find my material located. Are you in Atlanta? What city are you in?
D.C.
Oh, you in D.C.? Okay.
Yes.
You can find me on www.bigdickbitch.com.
Okay.
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 Did that answer all your questions?
Yes, it does.
Warren,
right,
you so
baby.
sweet, baby. You so sweet, Warren.
I know, baby. Okay,
I'm about to call you Kool-Aid.
Call me, baby. I'm going through a lot.
You are? What you going through?
Well, you could call me.
Oh, okay. You don't want to put that gossip out in the tea room.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, leave your number.
202.
No, we can't. You can't get it out on the airway. Leave it with Meech. Because we're going to get together. We're going to get our prayer line together. I'm going to start me a prayer line.
He has it already. Are you on his page?
Yes, I will forward all that to you, sugar.
Okay.
Okay, baby. Okay.
All right.
All right, Warren.
Lord have mercy. Warren, I'm telling you, be ready, honey, because you ain't ready. You ain't ready. He said he ain't seen the videos. I said, you ain't ready, honey. I'm going to tell you, girl, when I got a hold of you, I don't even remember the name of the movie. It was around about when you first got started. And you had this blonde crop wig on, and like a Marilyn Monroe dress, I think it was. Okay. And you was jigging this boy so motherfucking tough, bitch. I wanted to jump through the screen. You said, whose pussy is this? And I said, did you? Ow! I sure did. I sure did. I was like, girl, please grab him by his throat and sling him over. Okay.
Did you see me when I picked him up, honey? When I had to pick him up like a little baby child.
Cradle him, honey. Okay. I see the raunch and all of that is what I think helps to sell it, because many of us, who are porn connoisseurs, a lot of that is what's being missed. Right. In the industry today. I mean, I dig the ones that, want to focus on, love making, because that is needed, because I enjoy those as well. However, sometimes that comes across orchestrated. It doesn't feel natural or authentic. Right. One of the things that I love about your product is that everything in it, even your role play, the one with you as Wonder Woman and Carrying On, honey, was sickening. Okay. Hey, what I love about it is that everything comes across very authentic. How difficult was that for you to get your camera crew and your equipment?
Oh man. Well, you got it's all about reliability, and there are a lot of people that are not reliable, and you have to, and that goes for even with the cast. Like you get some of the cast members that are snakes and all kind of shit, you know. But as far as the equipment is expensive. It is expensive. I have my own studio, so I pay a separate from my mortgage. I pay a rent for my studio and then all my equipment, and it gets very costly, very, very, very costly. But you don't even see those costs if you're maintaining a successful business. So you really don't see those costs, you know. You don't.
Now I counted about 12 or 13. I'm sure there's more to your credit under your
DVDs. It's about 19, I think, almost 20. I think it's I think 19 or 20. I'm still releasing stuff, child.
Dig it. Okay, and when you come up with your concepts or whatever, what I'm sure that's a whole separate another team, or is that all your brainchild?
Everything I do, is everything, and that's what makes my product. That's what makes my product my product. Because when I sit down at my desk, I envision everything from the covers to the wording to the colors to everything. No, there is no middle person that comes in and helps me like you. I have an eye for that stuff, and I have an eye for people. Like there are a few girls that I would like to, you know what I'm saying, I would like to wrap my fingers around and reconstruct them and do certain things too, you know, so that they're successful chicks. But it goes back to that competitive thing, like you know. Goes back to that, but nobody else helps me, child. I do all that. That's me. That is me.
Let me ask this question, because during your transformation, going from hormones to silicone, what was that choice for you? Because we all know that with hormonal treatments, honey, the girls end up losing sensation downstairs, honey. So when you decided that you were going to make money with your tool, honey, what was that transition for you as far as your feminizing process?
Well, I decided that, you know, I had to cut that out. I'd rather get bigger titties by silicone injections than waiting on some motherfucking hormone, because my dick needed to work. And it needed to work now. And if I had to throw the hormone pill in the trash can up under the street, child, that's where it was going. Because that pussy, let me tell you something. Every girl that they call, that they say is so pussy, so real, so trill, I'm doing better than them. All that stuff, I don't care about. I'm doing better than them financially, because I look at this stuff as a product. Right. Those girls that are overrated, they so pussy, so real, so pretty, so this, so unclockable, so this and the other. 90% of them are living with someone else. 90% of them are showgirls, which is nothing wrong being a showgirl. 90% of them walking balls and still living in the house that they walk for. You understand what I'm saying? They're only as long as their beauty. You feel what I'm saying?
One-dimensional.
That's it. They just
one-dimensional. Yeah.
That's it. And I mean, so never, bitch, you never got to put me in the pretty category. I could care less about that, baby. You ain't never got to call me pretty, honey. You can call me many things, but you will never call me broke. Believe that.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now, this is the other question, because it just hit me. Okay, let's think of some of the girls of yesteryear. You know, Leilani, and it was a big girl. I can't think of this big black girl's name. I got her in my head, but I can't think of her name. And some of the girls of yesterday. versus a lot of the girls of today. Have you met any of those girls? Has there been a sisterhood that formulated from all of that, or has it just been out of sight, out of mind, and I'm going to go over here and do my own thing?
It's been that. I mean, I watch girls from a distance. I watch all girls from the big ones to the small ones, from the pretty ones to the unattractive ones. I watch all girls, and I watch girls because I look to see where have you advanced from. Okay, if I've been a girl that's been watching you do shows since I was 25, and you still doing shows, and you ain't got nothing but a Dodge Neon, you don't have nothing but a Chrysler Sebring,
right?
I don't admire people who don't advance. I don't admire you.
Okay.
I don't admire you at all. I don't care if you're a fish, if you're a tranny, if whatever you are. If you don't advance in anything, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Right.
I watched The Housewives of Atlanta. Okay. Nobody's liking Nene's personality right now. Nobody. But Nene is on something else. Nene has been there. She's done that. She's been there and done that with the Housewives. Nene trying to move into the next phase of what she want to do because she knows she's not going to always be a reality TV show star.
Right.
So, yes, her attitude is nasty, disgusting, and outrageous at this moment, but Nene is working. Nene working.
Right.
Nene still collecting that check for Housewives of Atlanta, but she working. She ain't thinking about that other shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's a beautiful analogy.
It is. But her attitude. I don't like the fact that her attitude has went somewhere else. And even Candy, like I like Candy because I had an opportunity to be on the Candy Coated Night Show and and stuff like this with Candy or whatever. Candy was cool, and I see that she's reaching out into everything: country music, sex toy. She knows that in order for you to be successful while you're here, you have to put your hand in the pot, and you have to step out on faith with everything.
Okay.
And I admire people that do that.
Okay.
So I'm really not one that admires the ones that are overly, the ones that they overpraise about. Oh my gosh, she's so pretty. Oh, this bitch bad. Oh, if all they got going for them is that, then I mean, I'm not caught up in that.
Dig that. Okay. Now here's the $52,000 question.
That's it. Come on, let me get this 52.
Okay.
Let me get this 52. I need it, baby.
Okay. And that is, the porn industry gets a lot of flack for its nature of being sex. What is it that Raw Dog Entertainment does with its cast members as far as testing and those kinds of things and health concerns as a business?
Well, as a business, we do not, Raw Dog Entertainment, we do not allow the cast members to perform any raw sex.
Mhm.
I don't allow that. I don't give a fuck if your test results have been negative since you was 2. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not responsible for pregnancy because I do film fish too.
Okay.
I'm not responsible for pregnancy or anything I'm not responsible for that. So you have to be clean, and honey, you have to wear your condom still. Now I do have scenes where I have no rubber, but those scenes are with my significant other. How about that?
Get it? Okay.
How about that?
Now how about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't allow. We're a condom-based company. So when I saw the law passed in California about they making the people not wear no condom, I said, shit, we came in the door doing that, so that don't affect me.
Right.
We came in the door with that.
Now, what is your advice to those who are, we've talked about their product not being right and this, that, and the other. What would you tell someone? If they came to you and said, okay, bitch, I'm looking to get into this particular industry and blah, 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 what would you tell them?
I would tell them, A, fuck with me. Come on up under the umbrella, honey, and we can make it happen. But if that's not their choice, the advice that I would give them is this. Look at what you're doing as a business. Pattern yourself into being a great individual, no matter whatever people may say about whatever you do. Because if this is the business that you're in, be the best at it, and have a goal set for yourself. Have a time frame set for yourself. Have a vision for yourself. Think tomorrow is coming. Think next week is coming. Think that you're going to be 50 years old. Think that way.
Oh,
and
okay.
When you think that way, you tend to plan out that I know this is something that I cannot do forever. So I'm going to do this now, and I'm going to do this then, and I'm going to do this after this. Don't get stuck. See, let me tell you something. I advanced, so I started with a raggedy camera, from a blurry camera to a not-so-blurry camera, from a not-so-blurry camera to an HD camera, from an HD camera to a $4,000 camera, and I'm going from a $4,000 camera to the next camera after that. I got a studio. You understand what I'm saying? I film people. I got DVDs out. I'm working on merchandise. I'm looking like I'm not gonna be with my ass booted up or my cock out forever.
Right.
I'm doing it now, but I'm like a squirrel in the winter.
Okay, right.
And I'll tell everybody, baby, handle your business like a squirrel in the winter, sweetie. That's my advice to you, bitch. Gather all what you need now because the winter does come.
Okay. Okay. Now, you said you wanted to merchandising, honey. How? What you say that be yourself. I like that.
And be
say
yourself.
That.
Don't come in trying to imitate somebody else because you don't know what that person is going through to be who they are. Be yourself. Find your own thing. Find your own creative niche. Find your own. When you find your own person, then you'll be able to sell your product. Because I can't be you. I can't sell your product, me.
Right. Exactly.
I can't sell your product because I don't. That's not me.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, merchandise. You was asking me about merchandise.
Yes, girl, because I'm sure your fans would love to have a model of that big old 10-inch.
Yes.
Okay, so
that's in the works. That I'm working on an enhancement peel. I'm working on. I got T-shirts coming out, honey. I got motherfucking. You know how they have them little energy shots? It's like a shot for to get your dick hard when you need it. Because I have problems with people dick acting up on the set sometimes, and you know what I'm saying. It's just like I'm working on all that. When my aunt passed away, when she was called home, I fell down. And this just happened in February. My year started out with me meeting with people. I was about to go to China. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My year started out on this, and then boom, that shit happened. And I'm not over it at all. I'm dealing with it better because I feel in my spirit that she's not dead. You know what I'm saying? I sleep with a picture by my bed. I dream about her every night, and I communicate with her. I talk to her. Even though I don't hear her voice, there are things that she showed me that I know that she's still with me. You know what I'm saying? And I got depressed, sister. I got really depressed, and I was about to give all the way up because that hurt me so bad. That was my parent. Like I didn't have but two. I had my mama and her sister. That was it. And I was more closer to her than my mama because my mama was about that Bible. My aunt was about it too, but she was more embracing of me. And I fell off for a second. But for a bitch that's listening out there and thinking I done fell all the way off, bitch, you're crazy. Because in about a week you're going to see.
Okay, exactly. I'm loving that. So now, we're talking about the merchandising. What is the next phase of Raw Dog Entertainment? We've got the exclusive of Sarge, which is going to, bitch, you're going to make me throw some hair on. Okay.
I'm telling you, that's good,
you
baby.
You gonna make me put some hair on, girl. Just
that's a tasty piece of candy, baby. Ooh.
Ooh. Okay.
Glory.
But I'm not a titty girl. See, that's the part of the training that he likes, is all them damn titties and shit.
Well,
mine are natural, but they ain't all that big.
But you're a big girl.
I'm a big girl.
I don't know, baby. I just know that thing. Ooh, we had a good time.
Okay.
He was nice. Oh, I love him.
Now, what happens when you find difficult people on your set? You know, when they come in with egos and carrying on, and I've heard some things on sets, and I haven't visited a porn set yet. I'm going to. God help me, I'm going to.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm going to bring you out here. Well, oh, my God, I've had Trade come here, and being that I film fish, too, I've had Trade come here, and Trade done said out of his mouth, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, all I like is pussy. I'm like, baby, listen. If all you like is pussy, that's fine. Nobody's here trying to convert you into anything. You're here because you're trying to collect my money.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
I'm not concerned about your sexual preference, because if I was interested in you doing a film for a trans, I would have cast you for that. I cast for a man that wants a woman. So by this going on, this means that your penis shouldn't have a problem. You shouldn't have a penis problem. The dick was acting up the whole time. I left the set and everything.
Oh, no.
I left the set and everything. The camera people called me, was like, man, this is fucked up. This nigga just did all this talking. He did all this talking and he didn't do no fucking.
Right.
And I was like, I came back to the set. I had a talk with him, and you know, he was like, no, man, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, man, I could tell some pussy up, but I'm like, what's the but? Nigga, I left. You ain't even around no tranny, and these men ain't gay. These niggas is that like to fuck pussy just like you. So
right.
And the girls sit laying there like, well, is somebody gonna fuck me or what?
Okay.
Bitch, so you shouldn't have a problem.
Right.
You know,
she's trying to make her coin too.
She's trying to make her coin too. And the thing about it is, it's just like men talk too much to me. Men just talk, girl. That's all they do.
Mm-hmm.
They just talk. They talk because of what they've done with tied people. Whether they tied queens or tied fish or tied whatever the fuck it is they mess around with, they talk from experience with those people. When they get into a professional setting with lights and cameras and photographers and people standing over them like, okay, baby, what you finna do? Ain't nobody came here and impressed me that did a lot of talking. Nobody.
Okay.
Nobody,
right.
Even when they film for me, like even when they come here to do video with me, like nobody has came here that done talk. Yeah, I'm gonna beat that pussy up. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck that. I'm gonna suck that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Nobody has ever came here and impressed me. Those people that have impressed me have been the ones that came and was like, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see what's up.
Right. Okay. Hopefully we got a good day today.
Hey. Okay.
Okay.
Praise Jehovah.
Okay. All right. Well, sister, I think I've got most of my questioning out. Go ahead on and re-give everybody your contact information, how they can get the product, how they can contact you, your Facebook pages, all of that. This is your opportunity to sell you.
Okay. Well, this is my opportunity to sell me. Let me put on my sell me voice. Ladies and gentlemen, I do thank you for enduring all of the foolishness that comes along with me. If you would like to personally speak to me and or you'd like to do some business with me, now definitely let me give you this contact number. You can reach me, once again, on Facebook. That's www.facebook.com/TS Madison ATL. And for you Twitter people, you can always tweet me, www.twitter.com/TS Madison ATL and the number 1. Okay? And never, ever forget, I am the best in the motherfucking business. And if you don't believe me, you can. Check me out, www.bigdickbitch.com. And if you're in the Atlanta area or the New York area or wherever area you're in, honey, I'm sure that they have my products on the shelf. And if they don't, ask the store manager, he'll get you, okay? Oh, what did I leave out? YouTube?
Yeah,
YouTube followers, youtube.com/TS Madison ATL. Once again, YouTube people, that's youtube.com/TS Madison ATL. And for all of these things, I do thank you.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness. Sister, you got me acting a fool. Bless your heart.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And I love it again. All right, my sister. See, I done added you to my sisters. I've got to embrace you, honey, because I love your spirit. I love the fact that you are a trans entrepreneur, honey, and is doing some things, honey. That I need people around me like that have that kind of spirit, so that it will encourage me to do better with what it is that I'm doing.
So
with
your
that,
dreams,
my darling, and you know why we didn't get all that nasty. You know what? Everybody was expecting me to just sit up there and get real filthy and foul and shit. You know.
Yeah, that's gonna be on your Christian show. That's when you're gonna get real nasty.
Okay, now see,
when you have your tent revival show.
See there? Now, don't you know it? Okay. But in any event, I wanted to thank you for this opportunity to give us, a look into your world and into your life and into the business of transgender porn, honey, and to understand, a little bit of what it is. I encourage you to continue to do forth. I'm hoping, now see, I'm going to throw this out there because coming up soon, I did a show yesterday that we pre-recorded for probably next week or the week after, dealing with Black Gay Pride, and I'm hoping that we could get you involved in Black Gay Pride in some kind of way, to where this format can go onto a broader place, and you can talk about that with the girls and go one-on-one and this, that, and the other with the community at large. I'm going to put that out there because I think that this is very important, and plus, because Black Gay Pride is a lot. It has become synonymous with sex parties. I do believe that part of the T-girls get left out of a lot of the area, whether they're going to play, whether they're going to, do whatever it is they're going to do. I just think that the T is the part that's left out. So I'm going to put that into the omniverse, that, your particular endeavors and you as a businesswoman will hit the places that it need to hit, so that you can then become a teacher on teaching these girls on how to be entrepreneurial in whatever endeavor. Like you said, if you're going to sew, you're going to do hair, you're going to do nails, you're selling your ass, on the stroll. If you're a showgirl, honey, how do you sit up there and become a business versus just, I'm going to get into this little contest and win this little $25, honey, that don't even pay for your makeup.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So I did touch on some valid stuff today.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Yes, and I love that. The whole ideal of survival, and when you come out of survival mode and learn that you're living, that is where it is, and I love that.
That's it.
Okay. So with that, my sugar plum, I bid you a good day, honey. It is now, yes, it's that time, honey, because I still got to go make donuts later on tonight at my government job.
Oh, well, shit now. You better save me some donuts. I damn sure will eat them donuts from your government job. And how you doing?
The one that Uncle Sam takes his cut out of before I see the damn thing.
Oh, God, please don't remind me of that.
Okay, that's a whole separate issue as far as those taxes are. You know what? And close out on that. As a business and a legitimate business,
you got to pay the I, the R, and the S, child.
Okay.
You may not want to, but you got to pay them. You got to pay the IRS, honey. You got to. Now, I don't know what you're going to pay them, because they never know what they're going to get from me.
Okay, Okay.
Let me tell you, child, I do hair.
See there.
No,
exactly.
I'm just teasing, child. But you have to. You have to. The Bible says you should abide by the laws of the land, and you have to.
Okay, then. See there. And then you have it. So, Miss TS Madison, a.k.a. the Big Dick Bitch, I thank you for all of your time.
Thank you for having me.
And for dishing tea with Big Meats. I love it.
I love you. I love you too, baby. I hope
right.
to hear from you soon and be back on the show soon.
Oh, well, darling, wait a minute. We gonna talk. You think I'm playing about being a fluffer girl? That's one of my fantasies come true.
Oh, Lord, rebuke the devil.
No. Even if I just do it one time, just to say, bitch, I was on the porn set, it was a fluffer. Just cause. Okay.
I may have you come out here and take some. I may have you come out here when Sarge come back, child, where you can see him in person.
Oh, darling, see, I'll be over in the corner jacking. Don't do that. See, you can have.
Oh, well, shit! Now we'll spin the camera around where you get you. Like
okay.
Y'all see Big Meech over there. You call him Big Meech. Larry Ooh.
Right on that. Okay, there she goes, all over the floor.
Rebuke him, honey, rebuke him. Oh, jeez. Oh,
all right,
God.
girl. We'll talk again soon.
All right, baby.
Okay,
bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, honey, that has been TS Madison, honey. Can you stand it? I love it. If you have had a good time, I hope this was very educational for you, honey. And I hope that you learned something from this. And to know, darling, again, we don't know why we're on we're on the paths that we're on, but do know, honey, that everything has a reason, a season, and a purpose. Because when Miss Wagner came in and gave us what she gave us, honey, that there was really, really interesting. And wow, that there has actually kind of changed the dynamic of the show a bit. So with that, honey, I'm just very thankful, and I'm very blessed that we do it the way that we do it over here, honey. So with all of that, honey, I am trusting that all of your crumpets are finished because the tea has been dished. And if you love me, tell a friend, honey. If you hate me, tell an enemy. But do know there's one way, shape, style, form, or fashion this thing will move forward. And for that, honey, finish all of your crumpets because the tea has been dished and you've been dishing tea, darlings. With Big Meats. I will talk to you again at the next time, honey, okay? Until then, ciao.